folks, this is the Browning Maxus. Just going to go through a couple features with you. Just going to show you how it loads and unloads. First, very neat feature. I know some shotguns in the past have had this. This is the first one I've owned that has an auto load feature, which is really neat in my opinion. You just take a shell, shove it in the bottom. When you let go, it auto loads the shotgun shell. I'm just going to put 3 in this one. Plug's still in it. Has a neat feature. The shell ramp here, whatever you call it, you have to depress it completely down, and then you can unload the tubular magazine by pushing a little pin in there. The shells just come out like so. Of course, you always want to have it on safe at all times when you're doing these things. But anyway, then you just pull it back and it's completely unloaded. Of course, you can load it like normal, like so. Browning has the same thing the old Auto 5s used to have, the magazine block. When you pull that back and lock it into place, you can unload the shotgun. Well, just made a lot of noise with that one, but you can unload the shotgun without another shell coming from the magazine tube into the ready to be loaded. At that point, you can load a different round, or you can let the magazine come forward. It's easy unload without having to unload the whole gun. When you let that back down, then you can of course unload again. Just a very simple, very streamlined process from Browning. Really like the gun overall. I mean, overall I'd give the gun 4.5 stars out of 5. The only 2 things I didn't like about the weapon, right here where you have the magazine block switch, I'm sure Browning has their own name for this stuff. I'm kind of making it up as I go along, but there's a little cosmetic piece here that kind of hangs out too far. Maybe just this gun, this weapon, or it may be maybe just a feature design flaw. It's just not the fit and finish of this little trim piece around this switch is not really what I would expect from Browning. Other than that, the trigger assembly is some type of high impact polymer. I'm sure you could probably beat it on the side of your boat and it wouldn't break. But in a $1,500 retail price for a weapon, I would expect this to be metal. But Browning probably has a technical reason they did it that way. So anyway, that is the load and unload feature and kind of my overall take. The walnut is of course top notch. The forearm seems a little thin, but it is it's still nice wood. All right, I'm going to move into the disassembly for the field stripping of the weapon for cleaning purposes. We won't remove the trigger assembly in this video, although there's 2 detent pins here that come out. Trigger assembly comes completely out of the gun. It's just a very easy, the easiest weapon to include the M16 in the Army that I've ever disassembled. So anyway, I'll try and do it rapidly to show you how fast it's done. So far I've done it in 14 seconds. This is my best time. But if you're in the field and you have an issue, this gun comes apart quick, very quick. So anyway, I'm going to show you how fast. Gas assembly comes off, spring comes off, charging handle comes off, bolt comes out, bolt separates. As you can see, the actual bolt and the bolt carrier just kind of lay inside of each other. And this weapon is ready to be wiped down, oiled, and put away. Again, like I said, there's 2 pins here. If you have any issues with the trigger, those 2 pins come out and the whole trigger assembly comes out, just slides right out the bottom of the weapon. I put a few rounds through it. I'm planning on putting a few boxes through it here soon. So far I haven't found anything. You hardly feel a thing when you're shooting birdshot. I'm sure a 3.5 inch Magnum turkey or duck load, you're probably going to feel plenty. But according to all the reviews out there, it's one of the softest kicking autoloaders on the market. Anyway, I really enjoy the weapon. I enjoy it a whole lot more from a field stripping perspective, and how easy it is to get back together. Just a really neat piece, Belgian made, assembled in Portugal. If you know anything about shotguns, you know one of the best shotguns ever made was made in Belgium. I'm sure y'all get some replies on that and say that's not the case, but anyway, that's my opinion. This whole thing is my opinion, and I hope it helps you guys out. The forearm piece going back on, there's no need to fool with unscrewing anything, or like the 870s have, some of the old 1100s have. When you put this forearm piece back down on, you just pull, and you see this piece just snaps back into place. That's the Browning Maxus 2012, 3.5-inch chamber, 28-inch barrel, top notch weapon. Alright guys, hope you all enjoyed it.